My daughter's been throwing up all night. So I've been up all night. I guess the plus side is I get to bring you this kind of video, right? What's up, guys? Welcome back to Goshan's Games. Welcome back to another how to play Dragon Ball Super card game. And today we are going to be talking about the extra cards. Now, prior we spoke about the leader cards. In the video before this one, we discussed the battle cards. So these are extra cards. Extra cards are like your support cards. They all do different abilities. Some of them are counter cards. Some of them active, or most of them activate on your main phase. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at these four that I have here, because we're not gonna take a look at every single extra card that's in the game, but this will give you a good rundown as to what is actually in the game and how to properly use these. Okay, so the first things before we get into the counters, we're going to get into cards that activate on your main phase. Okay, so let me go ahead and just fix my camera a little bit there so it doesn't fall. Alright, so the first card we're going to take a look at is Family Kamehameha. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get an up close look at this. So Family Kamehameha card. It's actually a pretty good card. So extra card. So this extra card activates on your main phase, your main battle, or not main battle phase. I'm sorry. Oh, it's very late. I did not sleep. This card activates on your main phase, which is before you activate your battle phases. So on your main phase, once you pay the energy cost of one energy, and that one energy needs to be a green energy, you can then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less and KO that card. So this card is actually very good to use early game when you're going to be using low cost cards. Okay, so this is a very solid card to use at that moment. Pretty self-explanatory. There's not much more to go into detail for. So we're going to go ahead and put that one down. Result of Training is going to be the next card that we look at here. Again, this card activates on your main phase. Now, this card is actually a little bit different, and it's a very, very good card. This is like a mid-game card. So as you can see by the cost, so it costs 5 energy. 2 of those energy have to be blue energies. So this is a very good card. I wish I had more of these cards. I actually only have one. It's an uncommon card. So this activates again on your main phase. During this turn, you may activate your leader card's Awaken, even if you have 5 or more life. So to give you a little bit of perspective, okay, let's just use this Goku, for example. Okay, we're just going to use this leader Goku right here. So to awaken this Goku, when your life is at 4 or less, you may awaken the card and draw 2 cards. So when you awaken, you flip it over and then you draw 2 cards. Okay, so again, 4 or less. But with this card, okay, with this card, you pay the cost, and then you can awaken this Goku. If you're going to use this card for this Goku, you can then awaken this Goku if you have 5 or more life. So this kind of gives you an advantage early on in the game, or earlier than it normally would. So again, that's a very good card. Again, there's different types of I apologize. There's different types of extra cards. So that's, just a brief rundown on how they work. So these two activate on your main phase, so before your battle phase or in between your battle phase. So once your battle phase is done, you can then activate one of these cards, or you can activate it before your battle phase. So just a little FYI there on how those work. Next ones we're going to get into. These are counter cards, okay? So extra counter cards. Now, these are cards that you keep in your hand. They're basically, if you guys played Yu-Gi-Oh, these are your trap cards, except that instead of laying them face down and then you activate them, these you keep in your hand until you're ready to use them. Okay, so this Gohan, for example, he costs 2 energy to use. Those 2 energies need to be green energies. So once your opponent attacks you, so he counterattacks. So if your opponent attacks you, you can then use this card. Okay, as long as you have the energy to use it, you can use this card. So then, in order to use this card, so it tells you place 1 card from your hand in the drop area. Okay, so you're countering the attack. So basically, when you counter the attack, you negate the attack. Okay, and then so after you've chosen 1 card in your hand, and that you chose to put in your drop pile, so your discard pile, you choose one of your opponent's attacking battle cards and KO it. That is an awesome ability. So basically, if this Goku right here was attacking me, and I activate this counter card, I pay the energy cost, I activate the counter card, I discard one of my opponent's card, or one of my cards, and I get to KO this card. Boom. Done. Awesome ability. Very solid unit. Counter cards are very key to surviving in this card game. Okay, this card game is very much on controlling the field. Alright, so I will get more into that as we get into actual battle phases and stuff. So this one here is different. It's a counter card, but it works differently. So counter card, battle card attack. Negate the attack and place this card on the attacking card. Okay, so again, we're going to use this Goku as an example. Screw it, we'll use this Vegeta as an example. So Vegeta's attacking. Boom! I activate the counter card. This counter card requires 2 energy costs. 1 must be blue. I activate this counter card. It says I negate the attack and then place this card on the attacking card. So then I put him on my opponent's card. At the end of the opponent's next turn, place this card and only this card in the drop area. As long as this card is stacked on top of another card, that card is not treated as a battle card and its skills cannot be activated. So all these skills on this Vegeta here cannot be activated. Basically, it's Mafuba because I'm sealing up this Vegeta and that Vegeta cannot be used in combat. Okay, as long as this card's there. So at the end of the opponent's next turn, so this card will stay on this Vegeta until my opponent ends his turn, and we're good to go. So not the current turn, but then so I put it on top, then it goes to my turn, and then it's the opponent's turn again. Then this card goes into the discard pile. So that's the way that this works. And you know, basically those are the 2 types of extra cards. You know, you got your extra cards that activate on your main phase, and you got your extra cards that activate on the attack phase, or you know, counter cards. Pretty quick rundown on them. You know, self-explanatory. It's not these. This is probably the least complicated of all the cards. Like, there's the extra cards. You have some others like Sensu Bean and all this other stuff. Again, they all do different things, but they all work the same. They all tell you main or counter attack. There's a couple others. We're going to go over that in another video. Till then, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button. And let me know in the comments if these videos are helping you out. I hope they are. I really do. So I will catch you all later. You guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever time zone you're at. Peace out, guys.